Hi, and welcome back. We're Three Counselors and a Couch. I'm Kiba,
I'm Crystal.
and we're here to make drama have a purpose.
Yes.
Today, we're going to be talking about the shootings in Connecticut, and we're also going to wrap up with the Basketball Wives LA finale. As a mother, as a advocate for children and youth, my heart goes out to the families and the children who were killed in Connecticut. Words cannot describe the pain I can imagine that they feel. And so I am concerned about the way that the media is portraying the incident and surrounding mental illness, surrounding re-victimizing our children, re-victimizing us by constantly showing the videos over and over, the pictures, the names, over and over again. I think that's a problem. I think that we are victimizing our children by, I'm looking at the social media pictures where the children are holding the pictures up saying, I want to live, don't shoot me. I'm like, come on. I think it's a bit much.
I heard a lot about that, using those pictures, continuously showing the pictures of the children. So it's like, what happens to that child? How much can a parent keep their child away from seeing what the media is doing and how they're portraying them, and how do they return to school knowing that their faces are plastered all over the place? And
I mean, I'm saying even kids that's not involved.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, of course I want you to talk to your child about the dangers of the world and, threats and that type of thing. Harm can come anywhere. Harm can come at home. So, there is no safe place. I just think that, but the way we're going about doing it is not working. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it was the same thing with the Trayvon Martin. Put the hoodies on, have the kids put the hoodies on and take the picture.
It focuses way too much on, the crime and the sensationalism of the event as opposed to understanding that this is a traumatic event and people need healing from that.
And it's just feeding into the PTSD.
Right.
It's feeding into, that's when your kids start having nightmares and
eating problems, behavioral problems,
all type of stressors and anxiety. Because first of all, they see you stressed out, so that's already causing trauma. And then the fact that you expose them to that type of thinking already, instead of saying, sit down and being honest with them and saying, okay, these things happen. It's bad people in the world. We can't control what people do. People have access to guns, good, bad, ugly, mental ill, sane. People snap. However, you can't live your life in fear, and you have to go to school every day. And for the most part, the schools are safe.
Right. So, even children who were not killed in this incident, and talking about, other children and their parents and secondary trauma, how does a parent really pull it together and get a healthy belief system for themselves in that moment if they've never even had one already, to now have to be able to walk their children through this? That's really serious.
Well, that comes with coping skills, and most of us don't have proper coping skills as it is.
On
coping
that level of trauma.
So especially when an incident happens and you're thrown out of your comfort zone, you're really not even thinking to cope.
Yeah.
So absolutely, parents need proper coping mechanisms so they can teach their children.
I think at this point, living in the society that we live in, I think all of us need to kind of prepare ourselves in terms of a war mentality and, never say this can't happen to
here.
And so you need to, it's just like when me and my children were in 9/11, one of the things that I had to talk to my children about was we had to come up with a safety plan in case things like that happened again. So not only did I have to tell them that these things happen in the world, but now I had to prepare them for, what do you do when these things happen? Right. So it kind of gave me a head start on, Crystal, you need to start thinking about what would you do with your children.
So when the incident occurs, you don't freak out and therefore make your child freak out.
Absolutely.
We all need a safety plan. They've been saying that since post 9/11 anyway, trying to get us prepared for floods and war and that
other
type
countries
of thing.
live like that and train their children because they've had war on their land. We so spoiled.
That's what I was gonna say. We are not even equipped. With the materials, with the equipment to even handle a war. I'm talking about military-wise and that type of thing on this land, on this soil.
Absolutely.
Let alone talking about mentally and physically being equipped. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I get
Hi. We'll be right with you. Thank you.
So I just want to say that, again, our hearts go out to the children and to the parents and the school officials and the whole community as a whole of Connecticut. And it is a tragedy. I wouldn't dare take anything away from it and try to downplay it. What I'm saying is that we have to be smarter in the way that we handle the situation, in the way that we expose our children to incidents. It's just getting way out of hand. The mental health, they're trying to say that he has autism, high functioning. Asperger may be a cause to that. I don't think there's anything written that Asperger's cause a person to snap and shoot up people.
No, that's my biggest problem. Working in the field of mental health and criminal behavior. We have worked for so many years to decriminalize mental illness and substance abuse. We have drug courts nowadays. I'm trying to find alternatives to incarceration and get people help. This year, they've produced a lot of funding for mental health court, to stop locking these people up and understand that it's an illness, And so for them to just blow this whole thing up, it's like you're starting a whole new stigmatism, putting barriers to treatment. Like, who's going to want to come to treatment now and get help? Because if I think I'm mentally ill, then you're going to consider me violent. You're going to label me.
Well, I'm already labeled and stigmatized as it is. Now you're really saying I'm a danger to society, lock me up, put me away. Yeah. Like we talked about before with the 30s and 40s when they used to, lock us away in asylums and put us away if you were considered mentally ill. And all of us have some form of mental illness. I mean, that's daily life defense mechanism. So I'm just saying, so we have to be really careful on how we categorize and label things, because and people work off fear. Mm-hmm. The government works off fear. The laws work off fear. So now everybody's in a rush to, ban guns, to change the gun laws, change the schools, get a teacher's guns in the class. No.
And nobody is really wants to talk about. Like, I heard the father of one of the deceased children's, express his spiritual beliefs about this whole incident, and saying that, like, he actually prayed for the family of the perpetrator, because obviously this guy had to be sick, and that's not an event. A person just don't wake up one day and decide they want to shoot people. It's been a process that's been going on. Let's just say if he did have Asperger's, we don't know that, but let's say that he did. One of the symptoms of that is the way you socialize with people, and how you have difficulty socializing, and you're awkward about it, so you tend to get rejected by social groups and things like that, and then you become angry and isolated and stuff. But it all goes to how parents and what type of help that person will receive to help them walk through that. When you do see your child isolating, if you know that your child has Asperger's, most parents educate themselves about that illness and how to give that person treatment and stuff like that. But Mama was stacking guns.
Well, not only that, but I think a close friend or something was reading, because he killed his mother as well. Mm-hmm. So they were saying that she was very open about a lot of things, but that subject. Mm-hmm. She would not talk to people about her son. So you can imagine what she was living with and dealing with, trying to keep that in and hold that in and deal with his illness as well.
Trying to present like they have a normal life. You know what I mean? So if they live in this, country life, where
suburban,
where guns are, having guns in the home are acceptable, not assault guns, but so she's, doing what everybody else do. They have a few shooting ranges in the neighborhood because people are, protecting their households and stuff. But she was kind of flamboyant about how she shared her rifle and all of this kind of stuff, So, but really just trying to live a normal life But how can you live a normal life when you have an abnormal situation in your life, you know?
And if you say this was a small town, I'm not sure how many people, but if you're the only person in this town, or it's only 2 or 3 people dealing with this situation, you don't have the resources or the support system there to help you. So she may have felt all alone and felt like, I'll just keep this in my house, or he's high functioning enough, we can kind of play it off, you know, or he can get by, not knowing that at any moment, or maybe she did know at any moment he may snap and just not knowing what to do about it.
Or maybe she did try to go get some kind of help, you know, but so embarrassed about it. Again, the barriers to treatment, you know, probably made it very difficult for her. But let me ask you this, just like switching subjects on this, playing normal in abnormal situations. Basketball Wives of LA, Jackie. So this whole thing with her daughters, you know, so she brought in a therapist to deal with her daughters and the animosity between them, and why their relationship wasn't open and they weren't communicating very well, you know. And honey, that was shut down because, first of all, did you see the therapist when Jackie said, well, fuck that, you know, I ain't gonna tolerate all of this, you know, after her daughter told her that she behaves fake.
Oh, wow.
Well, this was the therapist. This was the therapist. Now, what's up with that?
How you gonna react?
How you gonna be a therapist and not expect therapy to go in various abnormal directions? Right. You know what I mean? Hostile directions.
And know your client. You know, get to know your client, know their behavior. I mean, I'm thinking from the standpoint of, we see Jack every week on TV, so we kind of know where she may go when she walk in the room. So, you know, we kind of know that, okay, she may be calm 1 minute, she may go to 100 in 2.5 seconds. So, I mean, and again, as a therapist, you can't react to their reaction.
That's right.
So now they looking like,
and you have to be thinking ahead, like you said, of the reaction that you know
that's
going to
come to her.
Right. So she reacted, and the daughters got upset, and they walked out and all that. So I'm just saying, like, she is a prime example of one who tries to portray herself as the all together, part of
put together,
society,
everything's fine, house is fine, perfect family, children.
We love our children.
We know that's not true, though.
Perfect.
That's why we can do a wedding every year, because it's perfect.
So, So when the daughter grows up enough to know that, you know, it's something really abnormal about this situation, and now I wake up to the fact that, well, you've been pitting me and my sister against us, and, you know, I'm the light skin, I'm the model, I'm the pretty one, and she's the dark skin one, and, you know, she got some challenges, and she needs to lose weight, and you need to help her. Like, the daughter expressed all of these things to Laura, who got in the middle of that stuff anyway, you know what I mean? But just the whole exposure of that family dynamic that came out on that show, like,
speaks volumes, about her.
I mean, you want to talk about drama, like, even if the program is really trying to create drama, that was a real dramatic situation. However, okay, like, now that the drama has come out, I wonder how the show didn't. I just felt like they didn't really. I don't want to say capitalize on the moment. I don't want to use that word, but I want to say, if this is a dramatic situation, right? Yeah. They're creating drama on a show. If they didn't want it to be there, it would have never came out. But the fact that it came out, it should have been some follow-up.
It should have been addressed and
some closure. Right. You know, I feel like they left it all open,
which
and
only
caused the scapegoat.
Well, not only that, but then it only divides the family further, right? Yeah. Because now the wound is open. Yes. It's wide open. And we're not going to do nothing. We're not going to put no ointment on it. We're not going to put a Band-Aid on it. We're just going to act like, and what's going to happen? Gangrene going to set in, right? We're going to sit here and lose our arm in a minute. Because nobody wants to address the real issue. We just want to bring it to the surface and then let it go again. And that's not working.
And then the drama that they thought was so fantastic was what? Make Laura the scapegoat? Yeah. I was sitting here thinking, like, who the hell is Laura? Like, why do I care about Laura when it comes to your children? Right. You know, and how this thing was open.
Well, I mean, I can understand. I can understand her getting a little upset about, but it wasn't her that initiated. The daughter initiated and called her. Well, Laura called her, but the daughter initiated and telling her the business. So, I mean, it's embarrassment. That's what it is. It's shame. It's guilt. The fact that, oh my God, all my business, my skeletons fell out the closet. Now all my put together, it's out in the open, and she's gonna tell all the girls what happened, and now my business is out there. But we know you were screwed up. I mean, who thought you had it together but you?
Only you. And I'm really hoping that the network knows better than to leave that issue open like that, and really, even if it's behind scenes, to make sure that they have effective treatment with an effective counselor.
They need family counseling.
Because that piece of therapy that she just sat there like a sounding, like Sigmund Freud's theoretical perspectives are still in existence. However, psychoanalytical behavior is like so far, compared to where we've come with, some motivational interviewing and things of that nature.
Okay, but think about it like this. Do you think that that's the way they line it up for her, for the therapist to just kind of sit there and not give a lot of feedback? Or you think that was just the way it played out?
I think that I'm a firm believer in that all therapists are not good for every client.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, problems can arouse in a therapeutic situation, not because of the problems that the client is having, but because of the it's just not a good match. Mm-hmm. It's a mismatch, you know, and the therapist could be the problem.
That's true.
I don't think that therapist was prepared
for them.
African American, family dynamics.
I didn't see it. So was
being
it a Caucasian?
Drama and loud.
It was a Caucasian.
It was a Caucasian woman. It was definitely
not
we Dr. Jeff. It was definitely not Dr. Jeff.
We talk about all the time about culturally being competent.
Yes,
and that's
absolutely.
so important.
So important.
And I don't know if it's because I'm sure LA has plenty African American capable therapists.
So? I need to find them
in LA. I said, you don't think so? I don't know. I just think that the networks probably go with who they go with, and that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Because, again, screening, evaluations, all those things need to come into play before we just decide to go into the doctor's office and decide we're going to film.
That's right.
I got to get to know you, evaluate you, and see if this is going to be a match. Because, like you said, we may not be able to do work together.
Well, I think that this is a problem in the business anyway, in that just because you go to school and you get a degree doesn't make you a competent counselor, and you'll have a lot of counselors chosen based on what they look like on paper, and not really, taking all of those other aspects.
I can write well,
or,
I can research well. Oh, okay, but can you meet your client where they are and deal with the issues that they need at the time? I mean, a lot of people, I don't think they can.
Yeah. So what else did you think about the finale, though?
I thought that was interesting. I think Bambi is very immature.
She's immature, but she is hood, and I think she's really cute. You know what I think about Malaysia as opposed to Bambi?
Malaysia.
Okay, Bambi is a thug, and she don't deny that.
Yeah.
She can put a dress on
That's true.
and be a pretty dressed up thug and be authentic and real.
That's true.
Malaysia, on the other hand,
that?
Friends, water seeks its own level. Mm-hmm. If that's your friend, that's who you are.
Right.
But she just remind me of a desperate housewife. Some man done took her out the hood and dressed her up real fine in some clothes and told her to act right and look right, act the part. And
maybe
she's completely lost because she doesn't even know how to be herself.
No, she does not know how to be herself.
No. She ain't allowed to be herself because she'll be hood.
She'll be just like Bambi. And somebody did tell her. Somebody whispered in her ear, "This is not appropriate behavior for echelon or football wife or whatever, basketball wife." Okay, so what is her problem with confrontation?
Yeah.
Every time it gets ugly and starts to get stirred up, there she goes. She
gets into a real panic, you know?
Calm down, everybody. Let them get it out. Let them do what they need to do.
You know, outside of what her family dynamics may be anyway, you know, I'll just take it from the simplest form in that she is, what is the word that I want to use?
You guys are very busy doing, you know?
She is, our friends just passing through. She is, like, forget about the fact that her family, you know, she may come from a dysfunctional family, and then you kind of just recreate that with the people that you choose in your life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But what I really think about her is that she, outside of the fact that she gets into a panic, she may become stuck in dealing with things because her confrontation is 0 to 10. Because look how she won't say nothing at all, and then whenever she do say something, it's shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she has no middle. She has no coping skills for confrontation unless she gonna punch a bitch in the face, because that's where she comes from.
But I don't even see her do that now. I don't see her, you know. I mean, she say that like I'm gonna punch you in your face, but she never went to punch nobody in their face.
She had a fight way back when with somebody. I believe it was Laura.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Laura and Gloria was gonna fight with her because and Bambi came in on the scene like a couple of you know, like maybe last year.
Yeah, Bambi just
like
came
that.
in this year.
Yeah, but she had guest appearances.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You know, Malaysia went to go talk to her because Malaysia was gonna fight with them, and the two sisters was ganging up on her. That's Bambi came, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she's just like Bambi. She's just like Bambi.
Of course she is. She say it all the time. We from Compton and we hood. Yes. And then, like I said, I think somebody really kind of, you know, tapped her and said, that's not ladylike. You don't do that. That's inappropriate. So she take that to a whole nother level. But at the same time, she keep Bambi right there to remind her, to keep her, you know, Bambi is her voice. Yeah, Bambi is her voice. Bambi is Did you see how she took up for Bambi the whole time at the finale with Gloria and Laura? Yes. Why is your sister here? Or why is your, you know? And I was like, wow. You know, it was kind of underneath everything, but I heard her kind of. And I think all of that stems from the last season. Okay, maybe so. Because I'm telling you, I remember Malaysia, and I believe it was Laura that was gonna fight. Gloria got into it, and that's how Bambi came. So they started off the season with Bambi just feeling like she don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just want to say, Malaysia, girl, don't let them change you. You are a beautiful woman, and you need to be authentic, be who you are from the inside out. And everybody wants improvement in their lives. You know, everybody wants to develop skills and become more mature in, you know, various areas of life, even communication. And, you know, she did step up this year in the season to do that. She is more, she's more vocal. She's more out. She is definitely. Because she said it, like she's been behind the wife scene, and now she's beginning to find who she is. I'm just suggesting that in you finding who you are, you know, brush the pressure off of media telling you how to behave and the network telling you how to behave. You know, your husband know who he married. I don't know if that's media. I don't know if that's media. I don't think that's media. You don't think so? I think it's somebody close in her ear, maybe a mentor or you know, older person in her life that she looks up to that's probably told her, okay, now you're in this position, you have to, you know, conform and act this way and do that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know, but I don't think that's media. I think media wants her to act a donkey. Good point. Yeah, so good point, because they need them African American sisters to show out like that. I don't know. Well, even if it's somebody like a mentor or someone in your life that's telling you that, you need to tell your mentor that the best way to help improve someone's behavior is by praising them and giving them accolades for the good things that they do and build on that. You know, me as a counselor, I tend to focus on the assets of a client. Right. And their strengths
dealing with the strengths, then I kind of poke the weaknesses in, and and talk about ways that we can improve
fit
that
those in and make
based
it
on the strengths that you already have. Like, you already have the power to change those things.
Again, it's just about being true to yourself, finding out who you are, and being able to speak that. I mean, it's a way to say anything. It doesn't have to be hood, or it doesn't have to be so sophisticated that we all looking at you like whatever. So it's a way to do that. But when you get to know you, you can do that without even feeling convicted for that. So
we got to wrap it up. But wait, one more thing, right? Do you really think that Laura was really convicted in her heart and she changed as a result of?
No.
You don't think so?
I didn't get that. Did you?
I don't know. I kind of like felt her apology. However, again, it goes back to communication. The way she communicated it, it was just like just not fully taking responsibility linguistically.
Right. Okay. The same
like,
way.
I could see it in her demeanor, but not
the same way. What's the girl?
Drea and
the same way they did.
Just real communication problems. I'm telling you.
Well, most of us have those.
Yeah.
Most of us have communication problems.
But when all else fails, in communication with true friends, I think that it's more important to be loved than to be right. Just
that's true.
Say you sorry and be humble.
And be humble. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And it doesn't matter who right or who wrong.
That's
just
right.
Say if you love that person and you cherish them and you want them in your life to continue being your life.
Right. Just you have to learn to draw the line.
Let it go.
And,
I mean, if you don't give a damn and you don't ever want to talk to them, hey, do what you got to do.
And then don't talk. Don't keep bringing it up.
Right.
Apparently, it was important to them if they kept bringing it up.
That's true. So we are wrapping it up. I hope you enjoyed this one. Next time we're going to talk about
the
Atlanta
Housewives
and the Atlanta Housewives.
Yes,
that's right.
So definitely
look out. Thanks.
We're 3 Counselors in the Couch.
Don't forget, check us out on Facebook and YouTube
and Twitter.
And
tweet us.
Bye.
Bye.